Hello everyone and welcome back. Let's continue our discussion on series. In this lecture, we'll see some basic operations that we can perform on series. As we saw earlier, series are very much alike to arrays, and similarly we can perform addition or multiplication operations on our series objects. Let's look at our series object SS from our previous lecture. So we have indexes A through F. I can say series object SS plus SS, and we get this value. So basically, this for index A, 2.45 plus 2.45, it will give us this result, and then it will do the same for each of these values at those indexes. So when I say SS plus SS, it will take index A and then add the value to index A, and so on. Similarly, I can say SS times 2, and we get the same result basically. Or SS times 3, so we get that. And then in our previous lecture, we have seen that we can use the numpy's exponent function or method. Then we pass our SS object, we get that. One difference between series and arrays is that operations on series are based on data alignment. So in our series object, data will be aligned based on these labels. Once they are aligned, we can perform various operations. Let's look at an example. Let's say SS, so I want to add my series object, SS from index 1 onwards, and then let's add it to the reverse. So SS, and then let's say index -1. So here in this case, we know that the first and last indexes do not align. So in our result, those two indexes, when we add this to series objects, the first and the last indexes do not align. So we will get not a number or NaN value for indexes A and F, whereas the other indexes will be aligned, right? And we'll get the result for the middle indexes. Let's run it and show you. So we have a no value, not a number value or missing data value for indexes A and F, whereas the rest of our indexes have values. So this is very powerful series method, making Panda very, very powerful. So if we don't find a label in our series object, in one of the series or the other, the result will be a missing value, not a number value. And this data alignment feature makes Pandas very powerful. Okay? And we can also name our series by using the name attribute. So for instance, we can create a series and name our series. Let's use pd.series, and then we'll use numpy's random.randomN method. Random.randN, let's pass 4, and then we can name our series. Let's say new series name. You can give it whatever name you want. And let's save this in a variable called new SS. So now if I call my series object new SS, we get our series object, and then we have a name that we assigned here, new series name. And series objects have a method called name, and that will allow us to get the name of our series. So we call our series object, in this case new SS, and then we simply call the name method to get the name of that series. So now we have new series name. Similarly, if we want to rename this name, we can use the rename method. So we call our series object, and then we pass the rename method, and then pass the new name that we want. Let's say another name. You can give it whatever name you want, and let's save this in a variable, in another variable called SS2. Now if we call our name method on the series object, we get another name. So SS2 that name, we get another name. Great. Let's summarize what we have learned about series so far. So we started by seeing what series are. Series are one-dimensional labeled arrays, and we saw that we can create series from dictionaries, arrays, and scalar objects. And series are like dictionaries and arrays. We saw various methods that we can do on our series objects. In the next lecture, we'll learn about data frames. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you at the next lecture.